Hello and welcome. You're joining us here at SUSECON in Prague, and I'm joined by Rhys from SUSE. Hey Rhys, welcome to the show.
Stephen, pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's great. So this is a podcast purely about the woes of Welsh rugby over the last 2 years. We're not going to talk about AI at all.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Welsh rugby.
So tell me about Wales in the Six Nations. No, we're joking. Don't worry. You've tuned into the right thing. Rhys, it's 2026. You've got the quietest, sleepiest part of the portfolio. There's not much going on.
Yes.
Again, I'm joking.
Unlike my schedule today.
Yeah, you've been crazy busy over the last couple of days. Huge announcement from
monumental
SUSE.
for SUSE, yeah, absolutely.
Pivotal moment, SUSE AI Factory with NVIDIA. Tell me more.
So, yeah, today we formally announced the SUSE AI Factory with NVIDIA. Thank you very much. It's been a monumental effort.
We've been talking about it over the last few months.
Yeah, for sure. Being able to provide what we call a turnkey digital factory for our customers, helping them assemble, deploy, lifecycle manage, observe, and secure their applications is of critical importance right now.
Absolutely.
And so when it comes to factory, assembly is really important, but also trying to bridge the gap between those AI engineers, developers that are working on that kind of local workstation. How do they get those applications into production? We have to provide those workflows, those pipelines that really help that happen. And that is one of the greatest integrations that we're doing within SUSE AI Factory with NVIDIA.
We've just done some research on that execution gap. So if you look at the hyperframe research, a huge percentage of people wanting to deploy AI, but still being early days on that actual deployment.
Oh, sure.
You guys backed that up in your research that you saw.
Many times. It's also backed up by all the customer conversations that I'm having. It's super easy to deploy, some local pilot or deploying AI applications or an LLM on your local laptop. But it's a big gap.
At scale, production, security.
How do I get that into production? How do I observe it? How do I monitor it? How do I lifecycle manage it? How do I make sure that it applies or adheres to my security and governance procedures in the organization? That's before we even start talking about agentics.
So, partnership with NVIDIA, coolest kids in town. Tell me a little bit more around the deep collaboration and how you're integrating with the NVIDIA stack.
Yeah, sure. So we've announced the SUSE AI Factory and then the SUSE AI Factory with NVIDIA. So the SUSE AI Factory is more of how we do the integration, how we do the deployment, lifecycle management, all of everything what I was just telling you about, specifically around how we're able to provision to any location, how we're able to provision and manage applications, and so on. But what we're doing with the SUSE AI Factory with NVIDIA is we're taking those, or we're making access available to the world's most advanced AI-accelerated hardware infrastructure. So right from the silicon layer, all the way through the NVIDIA AI Enterprise Catalog. That's your NVIDIA, your NIMs, your inference microservices, your optimized models. And those optimized models, they're not just frontier models. They're also kind of more distilled models, small language models that are perfect for doing multimodal, be that for edge, computer vision, physical AI. We're bringing those capabilities through. We're also bringing through all of the Nemo Claw integration, the OpenShell integration, because Agentics is going to be a critical paradigm shift for enterprise IT management. And so we're really baking all of those capabilities into the factory. So we're making it easier for customers to onboard and manage those technologies.
You've mentioned Agentics a couple of times there. It's 2026. We've gone past chatbots. We're now into everything's a claw. Agentics, both operationally and to support some of those business applications. What's the SUSE perspective? You talked about the relationship there with NVIDIA.
Yeah.
But what's that SUSE perspective on Agentics?
Yeah, so I know you and I, we've talked a lot about AI for infrastructure and infrastructure for AI.
Yep.
I'm responsible for infrastructure for AI. SUSE AI Factory with NVIDIA is more on the infrastructure for AI piece. But also SUSE is really doubling down on our AI for infrastructure paradigm. What we really need...
Moving from ClickOps to Agentic Ops.
Absolutely right. So we are taking our existing product portfolio and getting it ready for the intelligence age. So what that means is that we're baking in agentic capabilities into our existing solutions. So look at what we're doing with Model Context Protocol, or MCP. So a huge percentage of our estate is now already MCP enabled.
And that's everything from SLES 16
SLES
through Rancher Prime, Multi-Linux Manager.
Correct.
Completely across the stack.
Absolutely right. Because we know that organizations want to leverage agentic capabilities within the enterprise. It can help them free up time for innovation, to do more with what they have already, to really leverage the benefits of artificial intelligence. And if our infrastructure management capabilities aren't ready for this agentic age, then our technologies are not going to be able to support their desires. So it's absolutely the direction we're going in. So we announced a number of partnerships with some key industry players around agentics on the stage today. They all have their workflow engines, their own capabilities. We want to bring our technologies directly into their vision.
So we've spent a bunch of time talking about the technology, talking about your partnership with NVIDIA. You've had a bunch of client conversations. I've seen you running around, almost as bad as scrambling around as sort of the Welsh rugby team.
Oh, we're back there.
We won't go there again. Sorry, I keep bringing it up. We didn't do much better this season, so I don't know why I keep talking about rugby. But no, all joking aside, you're in a lot of conversations with customers. I've seen you running between those meetings over the last couple of days. What are you hearing from customers around how they're looking to deploy this technology? Less about the actual stack, less about the technology, but just really what those use cases look like.
Well, it's funny you use the word use cases, because I think the enterprises or the customers that I'm speaking with, they're really starting to go from that experimentation phase and to identify the key use cases that are going to make a difference for them. What they're looking for is not just a vendor that will bring, Lego bricks and say, here, you can do anything with AI, build it yourself. They're really looking for vendors like SUSE to bring opinionated and prescribed configurations.
This is the AI Factory piece of this. It needs to come pre-built.
Correct. It solves real-world problems. And I'm not going to argue that our blueprints will solve every possible configuration.
There's going to be some edge cases.
Exactly, but there is it's a launch pad. It's a strong starting point. Through the AI Factory, they can take those as the base kind of layer and add on additional capabilities that make it a little bit more tailored for what they need to do within the enterprise.
So you've just been given a bigger role within SUSE. Congrats.
Thank you.
Looking after this AI portfolio. What can we expect to see from you guys roadmap-wise? I know you can't say too much on camera, but
sure.
Where can you contextualize the journey that SUSE is going to be on?
So I think you characterized it pretty well when we were opening up the podcast. This is a monumental announcement for SUSE in terms of...
Feels like early stages for you guys, and there's lots more headroom to come.
In some ways, we've been involved in the AI world for around about 2 years in terms of actually having a product that goes to market. But the SUSE AI Factory is kind of not a reimagining, but more of an evolution of how we see or how we are addressing the customer challenges that they're coming to us with. Fundamentally supporting their needs. Now with SUSE AI Factory with NVIDIA, this is where we really address the ability to leverage the latest and greatest technologies from arguably the biggest AI vendor on the planet. And so the combination of those really supports our go-to-market direction, what we're doing.
And we can expect to see more roadmap items coming.
Correct.
I mean, this isn't a once...
No, it's not.
This is part of an entire journey that you guys have been on. From some of the closed-door sessions, you've started to give us that kind of roadmap of what's to come.
Correct.
We'll be talking about this at the next SUSECON and the next SUSECON and the next.
No doubt. The way that I see this is we want to bring those kind of opinionated and prescribed configurations or solutions into domains where we have existing market penetration. We have products in market, but crucially, we have the domain expertise. You saw the keynotes from Keith Basil earlier today, where he's talking about SUSE's industrial edge product.
He always does a great job, I think.
Phenomenal.
The Locent acquisition that you guys have made, another foundational step to build out towards that industrial tiny edge.
Exactly right. And the difference here is that we are now involved, and we were discussing this in the analyst meeting the other day, we are now involved in the data plane.
Yeah.
We're not just doing the plumbing and the underlying infrastructure management.
It's
now
more
we're
holistic through the stack.
Correct. If you look at our industrial solution, we're connecting out to the devices, we're collecting data, we're making that data available to, through an API, but fundamentally we can expose that for AI-based acceleration. So you ask about where I want to go with the product for SUSE AI Factory and SUSE AI Factory with NVIDIA, it's fundamentally into those domains. So we're of course already having conversations with our partners about how we can support some of those domains. Again, edge, telecommunications. We of course have an enormous SAP base. What can we do to bring SUSE AI Factory with NVIDIA to those domains?
And we also saw the partners. Dell were on stage today. It's those OEM partners. There's a rich ecosystem around what you guys are doing. We talked about NVIDIA, but it's the blast radius of the partners is going to be bigger than just NVIDIA. It's going to be, how does SUSE play a role in that broader ecosystem?
Absolutely. I think in many cases we are kind of the aggregator, the glue. It's our software, again, with other parties here, ISVs and other
It's interconnected stack for sure.
Exactly, because we are fundamentally at the base layer of that stack. On top of the silicon is our operating system. And what does the orchestration and lifecycle management of the AI components? It's our Kubernetes. So we really are the aggregator of the stack. And so we provide a kind of a pivotal or fundamental aggregator position here, pulling in different capabilities. We want to give choice, flexibility, resilience to our customers to be able to make the right choices about technology and where they deploy it.
So we've got to start bringing us home. No more talking about Welsh rugby and English rugby. We're done with that. Really, if you were to capture the essence of the announcements this week, feels like a pivotal moment for SUSE.
I agree. Yeah.
What would the key 2 or 3 takeaways be that people should be thinking about as they look at their overall AI stack, thinking about how to sort of architect that? They're thinking of the landscape of partners, ecosystem vendors. How do I sort of stitch this all together? Yeah. Where would you land SUSE in that discussion?
So I want to quote Abhinav's keynote earlier.
He did a great job.
He did a phenomenal job. He's an absolutely incredible individual. Got a lot of respect for him. Build for choice.
Yeah.
And fundamentally with that, what we mean is don't paint yourself into a corner. Build on an infrastructure that enables you to have that freedom of choice, not just in the application layer, but also where you deploy it. In my keynote, I was talking about, if you cannot choose where you deploy your intelligence, you simply don't own it.
I love that phrase from you earlier on.
And, in the world of AI where data is incredibly important, you need to be able to have freedom of choice about where you deploy that infrastructure. The other thing I'd mention is the world of AI is changing rapidly. Technology choice in terms of features, components, technologies, be that at the foundation or at the application layer, they're changing rapidly. You need to deploy with a platform that offers you that flexibility. Many applications today are virtualized, many applications are containerized. There's a lot of flexibility, and you need to build with a platform that offers you that flexibility at all times without locking you in.
I couldn't think of a better way to summarize it. Thank you for spending some time with us, Rhys.
Thank you so much.
You've been watching us here on another episode, coming to you live from SUSECON in Prague. Please like, subscribe, click, share with a friend, do all those things, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.